Charities are sounding the alarm about child poverty in Hungary. The Hungarian Academy of Sciences and Eurostat have found that more than 4 out of 10 children aged 7 and younger last year lived below the poverty line here. 1/3 of these were Roma gypsy, 2/3 were ethnic Hungarians. Social assistance is still at levels set in 2008. The head of the Hungary branch of the network Eurochild, Mária Herczog, says more and more people are getting less and less support. There's a growing mood against poor people, which obviously helps those political decisions to be made, reducing support. Basically, it's to punish the poor. As a result, their living conditions deteriorate. Euronews went to investigate in a traditionally agricultural region where there are practically no jobs. We found families who could only afford the equivalent of around €50 per month on food for 4 people. They grow their own vegetables and raise poultry, but anything outside the most basic is a challenge to pay for. Divorced mother of 2 girls, Mária Herczog, tells us, "When my daughters started at the nursery, they actually spent more time at home sick. They went for 2 or 3 days, maybe a week, and then got ill and stayed home. This spring they spent 9 weeks at home sick. Little Biborka's lactose intolerant, so she needs special formula. It's a big thing for me, whatever I pay, whether it's the full €12 or €1.20. With the help of the Children's Meal Fund, I don't pay." The NGO Children's Meal Fund provides daily meals for some 4,000 children throughout Hungary through donations. A few months ago, it also launched a pharmacy program for the poor in the village of Bátmonostor. Starting next month, villages with between 1,500 and 3,000 inhabitants, a village doctor and a pharmacy, can each apply for the equivalent of €320 per month for medicines and baby formula. Gábor Király, president of the Children's Meal Fund, says the pharmacy for the poor program is very simple. We give the money to physicians to buy medicine for children or pregnant women who don't have enough money for what they need. This way the pharmacy can fill prescriptions and people can be cured. Dr. Magdalena Gyulai, who coordinates the pharmacy program in Bátmonostor, tells us that the people most in need keep quiet about their problems. It's a challenge to convince them to apply for help. She says most of the poor are ashamed. They would rather hide that they can't afford medicine for their children because nothing's more important for us than children. If we fail to provide something for them, then we're not good enough. We're failed parents. Children who are undernourished but have a more or less acceptable weight find it more difficult to learn. They can't concentrate. They solve math problems more slowly. They learn to read slower. Often, what's behind weaker capacity is starvation. Talking to parents, it's not hard to figure out. When they say, "I didn't have time to feed them breakfast," it's just that they didn't have anything to give. Mother Isabella Benedek says, "I think the younger ones don't notice the problems much. We have to explain to the older ones that we're sorry, but we don't have the money to buy this or that. Maybe we will later if we get some money." Hungary posted 3.5% growth in the first quarter of this year. The Prime Minister has said foreigners critical of his policies are studying this success. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Human Capacities has earmarked some €9.5 million for poor children's meals this summer.